Mirthshire. Industrious citizens go about their daily business with care, enthusiasm, and diligence. There is no crime, and everybody is working for the common good. It is a disaster of a place, and deserves raising.
Hey guys, and welcome to Mirthshire. Basically this level is pretty much all about knowing where to dig, and that's pretty much it. The level is hard, but it's not in a fair way.
You need to build a lair for your creatures.
Basically, what the designers thought would be a good idea to make the game hard is basically just to have random pockets of heroes all throughout the level. And of course the problem with it being random is basically means that there's very little actual skill involved. You basically have to know the level layout, and that's about it.
You need to build a lair for
Which
your
means
creatures.
it's very little other than trial and error. I've transferred in the level 10 dragon. Could have gone for the samurai. Dragon's fine though. Samurai probably would have been a little less expensive. So all I'm going to do at this point is divide the. I'm going to divide the map into 3 and fortify myself in. Basically, just to complete this level, just do exactly what I'm doing here, and this level will be extremely easy. This bit here, you don't need to do what I did there and go burrowing into all the gold. Doesn't really matter, you can do. This bit down here, just count 7 or 8 squares from this dip and dig up a bit. Don't dig all the way up, otherwise you'll end up in a hero pocket. But something like I'm showing you here is perfectly fine. And
You have tunneled into a new
fortify that
area.
off. But as I was saying, it's not as though this level's hard per se, really. Once you know where to dig, the level becomes trivially easy to beat. In fact, Tulip Sound, the last level, is held by quite a few people to be the hardest level in the game, mainly because in what, in my opinion, are probably the fact that certainly levels 17 and 18 can just be beaten by knowing where to dig, essentially. Yes, I mean, it's difficult. They made the game difficult to beat, but it's not difficult because the AI outsmarts you or have an advantage or anything. You just end up getting lucky or unlucky with where you're digging. But what I'm going to do here is the first wave of heroes appears from the top, so I'm going to fortify the areas that are facing up towards the top. As you can see, the map's now divided into 3, and I'm going to fortify the areas facing the top because they're going to be the first areas where heroes appear. So I'll start getting those fortified and be back shortly once that's done. Okay, as you can see, I'm now fortified up at
You
the
should build a
top.
hatchery to feed your minions.
I haven't claimed the portal
Food
yet
is scarce.
because
Enlarge your hatchery.
I don't really want creatures running around or a large payday at this point. Once we're completely fortified in, the heroes can never break in until I let them, so delaying the entrance isn't a problem. And the fact that there's no enemy keeper around means that there's no one to cast destroy walls on my fortifications or anything like that. So basically, once I'm fortified in, I've got a free run at the level. I'm just going to fortify up here.
Food is scarce. Enlarge your hatchery.
Okay, so we're now completely fortified, so I'm just going to dig out some elbow room within the area surrounded by my fortifications. All you need to basically do now, from here on in to beat the level, is just build up a dungeon as you would normally, but just don't cause a breach. You've got all this area here towards the middle to work with. That's plenty of area. You've got quite a lot of gold to work with. Yeah, basically at this point you've got the map at your mercy now, and the enemies just aren't of high enough level to be able to bother you at this point. The only thing that you might end up worrying about is running out of gold, but there is a gem seam, so as long as you're not too frugal in your use of the training room, you should be fine. Again, just digging out the gold here so that you don't cause a breach. And then just dig out the rest. And once that's done, I will get on with the business of building libraries, training rooms and other such stuff.
You need a bigger treasure room.
I always like that sound. Can the narrator saying to you, "You're too rich"? Okay. Get the dragon working. Which, to be honest, is more than I can say for what my imps are doing at the moment. What's keeping them so long? Ah. Well, I'll let them dig out this area and then I'll
A new
come back
spell
a
has
bit
been
later.
researched. Impossibility.
Again, dig out all this gold here. Just be careful just to leave the one gold block, as I'm sure you know by now, heroes can't dig through gold, so just
A new
leave
room has
the
been
barrier up.
researched.
Okay, finally all that stuff's dug out, so let's get the rest of the dungeon built. The portal max on this level is 18, so you don't need everything to be massive in order to facilitate training all your creatures.
A new spell has been researched.
You can train your imps or not, it's up to you. I'd done a couple of playthroughs, and to be honest I couldn't really tell the difference between training them and not training them, so it's really up to you what you do. Anyway, with the heroes swarming around my dungeon completely unable to get in, see you in part 2.